2024 may be the year of a black swan event. This is a national security event with high impact that's very hard to predict. There are a number of concerns that I have that factor into that. Not only this sort of enduring heightened threat level that we're facing, the wars in Israel, also Ukraine. And we're so divided in this country in ways that we haven't seen before. And I think that just creates fertile ground for our adversaries like North Korea, China, and Iran. And that's what concerns me most. 2024 may be the year of a black swan event. This is a national security event with high impact that's very hard to predict. There are a number of concerns that I have that factor into that. Not only this sort of enduring heightened threat level that we're facing, the wars in Israel, also Ukraine. And we're so divided in this country in ways that we haven't seen before. And I think that just creates fertile ground for our adversaries like North Korea, China, and Iran. And that's what concerns me most. 2024 may...
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a piggyback off a few brothers' lesson. Going into the Black Swan event, I did a Google search on it, and I also did a YouTube search on it. And quite a few videos popped up, which this guy, David Nino Rodriguez, he goes into it, which I'm yet to watch his video. Then you got a guy by the name of Jay Bravo, says CBS News event, Black Swan event is happening now. And it said it's bad. And that's unusual for like CBS, mainstream media to admit something as such, because if anything, they're more concerned with you and telling you how dogs had puppies and how chickens laid ducks and how the new mower of the month got employee of the year type ordeal, instead of telling you exactly what's getting ready to go down. Okay. The brother's video popped up in this 2024, which Apostle Tahar did a video, short video, title, I see 2024 being a very prophetic year. And, myself and other brothers can attest to that because we've mentioned the same ordeal. It says a Black Swan event, a national security crisis with unpredictable high impact is predicted for 2024. And it makes sense because for the simple fact, you had a movie by the name of Leave the World Behind, which went into a cyber attack, followed by economic collapse, followed by World War III. And, from the peripherals of far off to the city, you saw the cities being totally decimated. Okay, so they're basically telling you exactly what's getting ready to happen. All right, and you people are still blinded to the fact you're still hung up in your 9-to-5 jobs. You're still playing games. Okay, you're still not taking heed into the warnings. And we're talking about Israelites. You want to turn up and be trap niggas and twerp queens. And that's going to get you in an unfathomable world of hurt with Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, so one possible event is called this is a civil war, which is civil war. If you think a civil war is not that far, a civil war is considered a Black Swan event because the last time we had a civil war was back in the 1800s, man. So therefore that's been over 100 plus years. So for a civil war to break out in 2024, which is very possible, hey, that's considered a Black Swan event. Okay, so I have two videos I want to play. And I'm going to get a couple of precepts here. And we're going to get straight to the point because definition of a Black Swan event. It says the Black Swan theory refers to those events which are difficult to predict in the normal course of business. Okay, economic collapses, though you had forecasters predicting economic collapse every year since the year 2008, when the housing bubble and the prime and the loans and so forth went under. But yet, they haven't really got it on par. Okay, World War III, there have been rumors of wars, rumors of wars, proxy wars, little skirmishes here and there. Okay, but it says they are random, unexpected, but high impact events. A case of a Black Swan event will be what they call an EMP strike, which is called an electromagnetic pulse, when it deals with basically shutting down the powers grid and shutting down all of the the digital infrastructure, the electricity. That way, the normalcy of life dealing with technology as far as televisions, vehicles, you know, electronics, so to speak, will be null and void. Okay, that's foreseeable but unexpected, just at a whim. Okay, to the masses of the people. But it says they are random, unexpected, but high impact events. It says these events are considered outliers because there is no past data which can point towards its occurrence in the foreseeable future. And you heard what she just said. She said that her allies between the war in the Middle East, or the East, Slovakia, Russia, Iran, North Korea, those things worry her because there's been constant threats of war and using of nuclear weapons on the soils of America here, man. You see? So, yeah, these devils are getting worried. And yet they're the ones that's creating the events. But it's really Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Another possible Black Swan event. Well, this has already happened, but this can lead into a further down spiral of the economy. Okay. It says shipping farm splits on return to Red Sea as Houthi attacks continue. Okay. Shipping is halted in the Red Sea in the Suez Canal. It says many major ocean carriers have halted their ships from entering the Red Sea following the lead of Maersk and Hapag-Lloyd in suspending operation. Why? Because, hey, there's war in that region. You see? It says drone and rocket attacks a cargo ship in the Red Sea and have led many of the world's biggest shipping companies to announce they will avoid the area. It says the attacks are by the Houthis, an Iran-backed rebel group which controls part of Yemen. Okay? So that can lead into further depreciation of the dollar in world's trade, which is going to further plummet the dollar into oblivion. Okay, and these are just small examples of what can be Black Swan events because they're going to have a long-term effect. Okay, so let's play this video real quick, and then I'm gonna play another video, and we're gonna get a couple of precepts. So here we go.
From happening, then you're either ignorant or you're kidding yourself. You need to look around and analyze what's going on. Look at the people around you. Talk to your friends and talk to your neighbors. Everybody's ready for it, and we understand why. Because you're backing people into a corner. You're making food so expensive that even middle-class families can barely afford it. You take all the benefits away from EBT so that there's only a couple $100 payment to most families every single month. And that barely covers anything anymore. Our borders are wide open. You've got migrants coming into this country by the thousands every single day who are taking your tax dollars. You go out there and you work hard every single week. You give it your best and you work your ass off. And these people who don't even belong in our country get to come here on a free fucking ride and get your tax dollars. Payments of several $1,000s every month to people that don't even belong in this country. And I'm sorry if I give a shit about American lives first. I give a shit about changing what is fundamentally wrong with this country first. And I'm sorry that it has to be that way. I wish that it wasn't. But unfortunately, I don't run the country, and neither do you. But we need to start giving a shit about American lives first before this country turns to literal dog shit. Because it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely coming.
You heard what this red raccoon-eyed Edomite said, man. He said it's coming, you know. And first of all, motherfucker, you don't belong in this country. Okay, how dare you tell the audacity of somebody that don't belong here? You don't belong here, bro. But nonetheless, he makes all the sense in the world because he said that a civil war was coming, which will be a Black Swan event. Okay, because the average American right now, they're on edge because they don't have the means to make ends meet. Okay, so this is biblical prophecy. So let's get a couple of precepts real quick. And we're going to go into it. It says, this is the book of Isaiah 42. And I'm going to start at verses 9. It says, behold, the former things that come to pass. Okay, like the former prophecies. Okay, like the time that the Persians and the Medes took down the Babylonians. And then, you know, the Syrians got, Northern Kingdom went into the Assyrian captivity. And then you had the Greeks to take down the Persians and the Medes. And then you had the Romans that, so to speak, took down the Greeks, which they merged into one conglomerate called the Greco-Roman Empire. That's a former thing that came to pass. And it says, and new things do I declare before they spring forth, I tell you of them, okay? And how do the Lord speak to? He speaks to through his prophets, man. Okay, he writes it in the scriptures and the prophets break it down. Okay, and we're seeing the things that was declared of old come to pass. All right. So it says, behold, the former things that come to pass, and new things do I declare before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Okay, and he's telling us through the prophets, the men of the Lord, because the Lord speak through his men. Okay, this is the book of Luke 1, and I'm going to start at verse 70. It says here, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Okay, because you had prophets all the way back into the garden, speaking of this time that we're in today, speaking of the very end. Okay, and it says that we should be saved from our enemies in the hand that all, it says that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, man. Okay, and that's the future prophecy, because we are getting ready to be delivered. We're witnessing the end of Esau's world. Okay, this current Roman Empire, the final revival of the Roman Empire. And it reads here and says, and we should be saved from our enemies in the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant. Okay, and that's prophecy, because the Most High said that he was going to make us a great nation, and we was going to inhabit the earth, and we was going to get the blessings of the kingdom of heaven. You see? So.
And when it happens, I just hope that you're ready. Be prepared. Be armed. Have supplies. And most important thing is, please look out for your neighbors. Because you know, just like I know, people are sick of it. 2024 is going to be a year for the books. There's going to be a lot of shit happening this coming year. I know it, and you know it. Everybody feels it coming. Well,
Everybody knows it. Everybody see it coming, man. You know, and the Lord is putting the spirit out there for people to see it, because it's like basically embrace for impact. You know, it's like when you're going on that roller coaster and you going up, it's like when you're going up the hill on the roller coaster, it's very slow, but you anticipate that drop. And the crazy part about it is, sometimes going up the roller coaster is just as scary as going down the hill, because you're at fearful heights, you're at extreme heights, to the point you're like, if this motherfucker tilt over 1 inch to the left or right, you out of here. Okay. And we're at the peak of that roller coaster ride, getting ready to go down on them hills and them turns and them loops. You know, we're there. Okay. And the average Jake, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you don't see it coming. You're too focused on thought culture. You're too focused on entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You too focused on being a boss bitch. You know what I'm saying? You too focused on who's gonna take care of your kids, who's gonna pay for your dinner at Red Lobster or some shit, man. That's all you concerned about. And you men only concerned about simping for women and being drug dealers. That's all that you people care about, man. And there's gonna be a remedy for all that. Okay, Yahweh Shai is he's gonna judge the masses of you people, man, including you Edomites. All right,
coming. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready for it.
And you can see a look in this man's face. He's itching for a civil war. He's really itching to get his hand on Jake. Okay, and you got crackers that's in that spirit. So hey, don't say that you weren't warned. The men of the Lord will warn you. Why people are doing these stupid ass videos and shit like this guy, David Nino Rodriguez. He may be a simple ass Issacharite or a Spaniard or something, but you see how they put these retarded ass thumbnails up? You know, what I'm noticing about you people in Babylon, you have no sense of urgency. You know, you have no sense of urgency in all, man. Okay, and that's going to work against you. Because let's go to the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. Ezekiel 38. And I'm going to start at verses 10. It says here, thus says the Lord Yahweh, it says, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall all things come into mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up into the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them without walls. having neither bars nor gates. Okay, and that's the point. Since you have this unfathomable freedom here in the West, you feel that this can never come to your shores. Okay, you've been living off the wealth of Jake, and just off robbery, rape, and murder for the last fucking 500 years, to the point the last 50, 60 years since the time of the baby boomers, going all the way up to the time of the feminist movement and the civil rights, up into the 80s, the 90s. You people have been getting fat, man. Okay, getting 30 pounds chicken wings for $10, 25 pounds of beef for $5 on a rope, playing 98-cent gallon gas, man. $1,000 a month condos at a point in time. Or even cheaper than that. You couldn't tell you anything. Credit ratings 750 or greater. You're getting things next to nothing. Credit cards are just coming in the mail because you people live high off the hog. Now that's coming to an end. And it says, and thou shalt say, I will go up into the land of unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, and to turn thy hand upon the desolate place that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land, man. Okay? And the point is, you people are too goddamn at rest. Okay? You are at rest, and then you don't foresee it coming. Though you feel it, you ain't gonna prepare for it, because in your mindset, oh, we're the great bad, we're America. We're the home of the free land of the brave. Nobody can defeat our military, and that's that Isaiah 47. Okay? But it says here, Ezekiel 33 and 33. It says, and when it's come to pass, lo, it will come, then they should know that a prophet had been among you, man. In my opinion, I believe that the RFID chip will be here next year. Okay, that's a great big swan. That's a black swan event if I've ever known it. Okay, a black swan event being the institution of the mark of the beast. They're putting it right in front of your face. They're showing you with these kiosks. They're showing you with AI. Okay, they're showing you with these vehicles, man. Everything is going over to being digital. Okay, in particular, Walmart's, they're testing the Amazon and Go technology. And you can just sign up through like some type of app, and then it already has your biometrics, and then you could just walk in the store, and it would deduct from your payment wallet whatever groceries you may need without you having to visit a physical cashier. That's gonna be the real norm here, man. All right, and you people are asleep to that.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID, and he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
Like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the next major prophecy, man. When that prophecy take place, then that's when the Lord is gonna speed this thing up, man. Literally, we're gonna be out of here in mere weeks or months. Lord's will. Because honestly speaking, it don't take them no time to do. They already have the infrastructure set up. They're just waiting on that Black Swan event, which is going to be that economic collapse that's going to push this forward. And I'm going to tell you straightforward, they can ship the whole entire world in a matter of weeks. Okay, you see how quick everybody went down there and got the juice. They did that shit in a matter of months, man. So let's just say we had an economic collapse by January next year. They can literally have the whole entire world micro C hit by February or March that year. It ain't going to take no time. And the economic collapse is already going to cause more tensions in the East with Iran, Russia, NATO, the EU, America. All these mogul nations, they're already locking horns to fight world wars. Technically, World War III has already started. So economic collapse, that adds insult to that injury. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, it takes too much to chip the entire population. And it ain't going to take no time for them to chip the people in America. You people in America, you people will literally get the chip. You can literally chip this entire nation within weeks after economic collapse, man. I feel like when the economic collapse come, I feel like they're gonna let things kind of go to shit for some time. Could be months, let's just say 2 months. And I'm just throwing these times out there. There's nothing definitive in that. But let's say it could be 2 months. Race wars, famines. Because when the economy collapse, the food is going to be rationed out, which is going to cause famines. When the lights go out, the EMP strikes, which is another Black Swan event, that's going to lead into famine and pestilence, man, because people are going to die from that, okay, which will lead or already constitute of economic collapse. Economic collapse goes on for months while you having mass blackouts, let's say for 2-3 months, right? Literally, you will have fighting, riots. I mean, they will burn this society down overnight. Okay, let's just say that's 2.5-3 months of that. Bam. Economic collapse already happened. Bam, they can establish the chip. Bam. Another month or two. Bam, that's 2 months right there. And in the midst of all that, you already have World War III. So the Lord can really bring this thing to pass in 6 months, man. He can really bring this thing to pass in 6 months if he chooses to. And we're praying that he do, man. Okay, because, hey, we're ready to get the fuck up out of here. Tired of suffering this shit, man. You know, you waking up, you got to deal with these weird-ass coworkers. You got to deal with these crazy neighbors. Deal with these incompetent-ass landlords, man, that show favoritism among the tenants. Here, you only want to pay your rent on time around this fucking shithole, but yet you're the last one to get serviced when you need help. You know? This is just some bullshit, man. This is life is just nuts. Okay? But this is just another video I'm going to go into for a lot of time. This is a video for another time, but I'm just putting that there to show that these events can really come to pass, literally. Okay, because this is the book of Habakkuk 2, and I'm going to start at once. This is the New Living Testament. It says, I will climb up to my watchtower, and I will stand at my guard post. There I will wait to see what Yahweh says and how he will answer my complaint. Then says Yahweh said unto me, write an answer plainly on tables, so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. It says, this vision is for a future time, and it describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, which we have been doing. Okay, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed, okay? So that's the point. Black Swan events is imminent. 2024 will be a year of prophetic prophecies coming to pass. Lord's will, the microchip be here and instituted within the first couple of months of 2024. World War III going nuclear, and bam, the salvation of the elect, man. Because in the midst of the economic collapse and the blackouts and the martial law hitting the streets, you're going to have persecution in the midst of all that. That ain't going to come about in the persecution. No, persecution is going to, all these prophecies is going to take place around the same time. Okay, the Lord is going to condense these prophecies into like a package, and he's going to dish it out. You ain't going to have to wait no 10 months to be persecuted after the collapse. No, because that's their go ahead to search up anybody that's against the New World Order. Because their plan is when they open everything back up, we won't be around no more. That's the plan. So they have to do all this in the midst of a collapse, man. And they got to move quick. Okay, because if the Lord got these devils on a time frame. All right. Last precept, Revelation 12:12, and it reads here. It says, therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who live in the heavens, rejoice. But terror will come on the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down on you in great anger, knowing that he has a little time. So, yeah, this man is getting ready to make his move. He's already making it, bro. So, hey, just stay prayed up, stay spiritual. Keep our eyes glued to the news, man, and continue to report on these prophecies until the Lord delivers us. And with that, shalom. Shalom.